Dear students, today I am going to explain superposition theorem. So first of all, this is a technique whenever you have more than one energy source. So I will take a simple example, simple circuit, so that you can understand it well. Okay, so here there are two energy sources. Now what do you mean by energy source? Energy source, it can be voltage source or it can be current source. Okay, and I'm talking about independent energy sources. Now voltage source, its internal resistance is ideally it should be 0, and when we talk about internal resistance of current source, ideally it should be infinite. Okay, so these things you have to remember whenever you are solving any circuit with the help of superposition theorem. Now here, this is the circuit R1, R2 and R3. There are three resistances over here and two energy sources. So when you can apply superposition theorem, when energy sources are more than one. Okay, so whenever you have multiple energy sources, you can apply superposition theorem. So now you have to remember steps, or you have to understand how superposition theorem works. So first step is step 1, that is apply one one energy source, apply any one energy source and replace all other energy sources with its internal resistance, with its internal resistance. This thing you have to remember. So this is the circuit. You can apply one by one. So there are two energy sources. I will apply V1 first. So whenever we are applying one energy source. This is V1. I have applied V1, R1, R2 and R3. You have to replace all other energy sources with its internal resistance. Now internal resistance of this V2 should be ideally 0. Internal resistance of this is 0. That's why 0 means short circuit. So I have just short circuited this path. So here you have now circuit like this. Okay, V1 is applied and V2 is short circuited. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to find R equivalent of the circuit. So R3 parallel R2 in series with R1. In this way you can find R3 parallel with R2 and in series with R1. So you will get R equivalent of the circuit. Now next step is to find total current. Total current in this case, first case is suppose I1 dash, and this is R equivalent is suppose R equivalent dash in the case 1, or you can say in the step 1. So I1 dash is equal to V1 divided by R equivalent dash. Okay, so you will get value of I1 dash. Now you can find I2 dash and I3 dash. How can you find I2 dash? By using current dividing rule. So I2 dash is equal to total current means I1 dash, this is dash, I1 dash multiplied by resistance of opposite branch. You want to find I2 dash, so resistance of opposite branches R3. So here you will write R3 divide by total resistance of the two branches in which current is dividing. So total resistance of the two branches in which current is dividing, that is R2 plus R3. So you can write over here R2 plus R3. So you will get I2 dash in this case. Okay, you will get some value. Now how you can find I3 dash? I3 dash is total current minus this I2 dash. You can apply KCL over here. Total current is I1 dash and I2 dash you have. So you will get some value of I3 dash also. Okay, so in case 1 you have got all the values. Now case 2 or step 2 you can say. Step 2. Here we are applying another energy source. So apply V2. Apply V2 and replace all other energy sources with its internal resistance. Now how the circuit will be? Here you have R1, R2 and R3 and you have applied V2 and you have replaced first energy source with its internal resistance, and internal resistance of voltage source is 0. That's why we have to short circuit this, and circuit is like this: R1, R2, R3. Now you have applied V2. So again in this case you will find R equivalent double dash. So in this case it will be R1 parallel with R2 in series with R3. So you can write like this: R1 parallel with R2 in series with R3. Okay, so you will get R equivalent dash. Now you want to find all the currents. Total current in this case is suppose I3 double dash. Here it is I2 double dash and this one is I1 double dash. Now I3 double dash, that will be voltage V2 divided by R equivalent double dash. Okay, and you want to find I2 double dash. I2 double dash means total current I3 double dash multiplied by resistance of opposite branch, means R1. Opposite branches R1 over here, and the total resistance of the two branches means R1 plus R2. Okay, so you will have a value of I2 double dash, and you can find this I1 double dash using KCL. So I1 double dash, that is equal to total current in this case is I3 double dash minus I2 double dash. Okay, so you will have a value of all these three currents in the second case also. Now you see in the first case you have I1 double dash, I2 double dash, and in first case you have I1 dash in this direction, I1 dash, I2 dash and I3 dash. In second case you have in this direction I3 double dash and I2 double dash and I1 double dash. Now final current you have to do direction wise addition, that means algebraic sum. So you have to see all the values I1 dash and I2 I1 double dash and I1 double dash, and which one is greater you have to see. Suppose this is you are getting 2 ampere and this one you are getting 3 ampere. So final current that will be this, you can mention direction also. Final current will be from B to A. Okay, and what will be the value? It will be 1 ampere. Okay, because you have to deduct whatever, because these two are currents in opposite direction. Now in case of this R2 current passing through R2, total current will be addition of these two, because the both currents I2 dash and I2 double dash, these two are in same direction. Okay, so you have to see like that. Now I will take one example so that you can understand. This is 5 ohm resistance. Here you have 10 ohm resistance and here you have 15 ohm resistance. Okay, and this side voltage source is 100 volts suppose, and this side you have 50 volt. Okay, and you have to find current through 10 ohm resistor using superposition theorem. So we will follow the same process which we have discussed. First we will apply 50 volt, then 100 volt. So case 1, or you can write step 1, apply 50 volt. Okay, and you have to replace all other energy sources with its internal resistance. So what will be the change in the circuit? Over here you can see this is 10 ohm resistor, this is 15 ohm, and here you have applied this is 50 volt. Okay, now first you will find R equivalent dash, that is equal to 15 parallel with 10 in series with 5. So you can write like this: 15 into 10 divided by 15 plus 10, that is 15 parallel 10 plus 5 means in series with 5. So you will get this answer 11 ohm. Okay, now you want to find currents. This is I1 dash, this is I2 dash, and this is I3 dash. You finally want current through 10 ohm. So your target is to find current through 10 ohm. For that you want total current also. So I1 dash is equal to total voltage, that is 50, divided by total resistance, that is 11. So total current is I1 dash, 50 divided by 11 ampere. Now you want I2 dash. So I2 dash is equal to total current means 50 divided by 11 in bracket multiplied by resistance of opposite branch. Resistance of opposite branch is 15. Divide by total resistance of the two branches in which the current is dividing. It is 15 plus 10. So if you will solve this, you will get 30 by 11 ampere. Okay, so this is the value of current in the first case, case 1. Now case 2, when second energy source is applied, here apply 100 volt. You want to apply 100 volt and replace all other energy sources with its internal resistance. So here 100 volt is applied and the first energy source that we have short circuited. If internal resistance is given, you have to draw here that particular value of resistance: 5, 10, 15. Okay, now in this case also you will find first of all R equivalent double dash, that will be 5 parallel 10 means 5 into 10 divided by 5 plus 10 in series with 15 means plus 15. So here you will get answer 55 divided by 3 ohm. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to find total current in this case also. This is the circuit. So total current, that is I3 double dash, current through 10 ohm is I2 double dash, and this is I1 double dash. We want to find current through 10 ohm, so we have to find I3 double dash also. Okay, so I3 double dash, that is 100 volt divided by resistance. Resistance we have 55 divided by 3. So we have here we have 60 by 11 ampere. Okay, and we want I2 dash. So I2 dash is equal to total current. Total current is 60 divided by 11 multiplied by resistance of the opposite branch divided by total resistance. So you will get 20 by 11 ampere. Okay, so this is the answer in the second case, 20 by ampere. First case we have got 30 by 11. and both currents are in the same direction. So final current I2, that will be I2 dash plus I2 double dash, that means 30 by 11 plus 20 by 11. So this is 50 by 11 ampere. So answer is 4.545 ampere. Okay, so you can solve any circuit which has multiple energy sources. Now I'm just giving you one more example in which we have current source, so that you can solve that type of circuit also. Here you have, suppose, 5 ohm resistor, 5 ohm resistor, and here you have 3 ohm resistor. Here you have here you have 2 ampere current source, and here you have this side you have 20 volt. Okay, this type of circuit you have, and you want to find current through each resistor using superposition theorem. So one by one energy source you have to apply. Case 1, apply 20 volt, apply 20 volt, and replace all another and energy sources with its internal resistance. Here we have 2 ampere current source, and internal resistance of current source is infinite. So that circuit will be open. So what will be the circuit now? It will be like this: 5 ohm, 5 ohm, here you have 3 ohm. Okay, and here this circuit is open. Okay, here you have 20 volt. Okay, this circuit is open because we have replaced the current source with its internal resistance. Now no current will flow through this branch, only current will flow through this. So effective resistance are equivalent in this case 5 plus 5. These two are in series. So it will be 5 plus 5 only, and it is 10 ohm. Okay, and total current, that current will, same current will flow through this two, because no current will go over here because this circuit is open. So this I1 dash, that is equal to I2 dash, both are same. So what will be the value of that? I1 dash is equal to I2 dash is equal to 20 divided by 10, that means 2 ampere. Okay, now case 2. Case 2 is apply current source, that is apply 2 ampere current source and replace other energy sources with its internal resistance. So here you have 5 ohm, this branch is short circuited because voltage source we have replaced. This is 3 ohm, this is 5 ohm. Okay, and here you have, this is 2 ampere current source. Okay, now why we were calculating effective resistance to calculate total current, but here total current is directly given. This is current source, because so 2 ampere current is the total current, and 2 ampere will divide here in two parts. Now this is, you can say, same resistance, both values of the resistance are same, 5 ohm and 5 ohm. So current will divide equally. So 1 ampere will go over here and 1 ampere will go over here. So you can say that current passing through 5 ohm is also 1 ampere, this 5 ohm is also 1 ampere, and current passing through 3 ohm is 2 ampere in second case. Okay, now what will be the final answer? Current passing, final answer, if this is the circuit is like this, this is our circuit. Here I have written A, B, C and D. It is like this. Now in the first case you have this current. In the first case you have 2 ampere current. Okay, both are same, I1 and I2 2 ampere. So you can say 2 ampere, and this is also 2 ampere. In second case, this is 2 ampere, which is dividing in two parts, 1 ampere and 1 ampere. Now final current through AB, that is what? 2 ampere, 1 ampere, means final current will flow in this direction, 1 ampere, means final current 1 ampere from A to B. Second, this is 1 ampere, 2 ampere, means total current in BD branch, that will be 2 ampere plus 1 ampere, 3 ampere, and direction is B to D. And this is current through 3 ohm. What will be current through 3 ohm or BC branch? Current through BC branch. In the first case it was 0 because no current was flowing through, and second case it is 2 ampere. So final it will be 2 ampere only, C to B. So final current through BC is 2 ampere from C to B. Okay. So in this way you can solve any circuit. If you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section.